Hello, everyone. This is Cody Lee of BlackCatBooks.org, author of I, the Dragon, Cruel and Beautiful Rabbit Hole, Lore and Fray, and the upcoming Jaw of the Dragon. So after Helena Taylor released her statement, there was a push for a very brief period of time to boycott Bayonetta 3. And what happened? It jumped up the sales charts. Like, it turns out letting a bunch of people know that a big major game is coming out kind of encouraged them to come out and support the game in droves. Now, first of all, I think this is very telling about the current state of gaming journalism, right? In which a very specific group of people, Review Tech USA, Yong Ye, Susie Hunter, like a lot of these big influencers, people who like have hundreds of thousands of subs, who get like tons of views, who make their entire living off of YouTube, people who are huge major corporate shills. They put everything into like ruining Platinum Games, ruining Bayonetta 3, doing like all this shit, trying to like throw people at Nintendo, trying to like harassing Jennifer Hale. Apparently, like they did all this terrible stuff. And what happened? The sales numbers jumped up. And I think this is a very interesting situation because, the sale numbers were jumping up before the boycott officially ended, before these people kind of flipped and said that Helena Taylor was like, was wrong all along. But there was before that happened, when these guys were going like full speed ahead, like they took the Steam train and were trying to like run it straight into Nintendo HQ. They were trying to like kill everyone inside. They were trying to make sure this game bombed, right? They were trying to like do everything in their power to like pretend that like, Platinum Games has gone downhill. Like recently, when really they've been going downhill since Bayonetta 2. Like this is nothing new for them. But like it was interesting to me to see how their attempts at a boycott completely fell flat on their face, because it demonstrates something I've been saying over and over and over again for the longest time, is that like YouTubers do not influence the market. That is the thing that I've been seeing a lot of people like try and say, is that like, oh man, Chibi Robo Ziplash, it didn't do well because YouTubers didn't cover it. Oh man, you have all this stuff. Federation Force, that didn't do well because the internet hated it. Like you have all these like conspiracies about like why certain products fail. But like the narrative among like the YouTube community is that they influence sales. They're the ones pushing people to buy certain products and support certain games. And I think this is a very good indication, a very good sign, a very good example of how that isn't actually true. People hate gaming influencers. I think that is the trend you'll notice. If you're not like an active viewer of such content, if you're like a normal guy who just wants to play games, like you will hate the gaming industry sphere, like the gaming influencer sphere. These people are just pure scum. Like we all know about the DSPs and like stuff like that, but like recently I've gone down the rabbit hole of like Maximilian Dude and like the crazy shit he tries promoting and stuff like that. I've recently started hating that guy. I think I have issues with like Gerard the Completionist for like not speaking up against Frost when she went off on her feminist rant, for getting attached to G4 to begin with, for not like sticking out the base Jontron. I have issues with people like Pro Jared and how like the community like rally to defend him, to pretend that he didn't do anything wrong, which is a load of crap, by the way. And the audience reaction kind of is kind of a good example of that, I think. Like generally speaking, YouTubers cannot influence how the market reacts to certain games. They don't. Like they cannot control the free market. They have no real influence whatsoever. And I really wonder just how long this farce is going to continue when if they're going to keep acting as if they have the ability to like get certain games boycotted or get some products like canceled, or like it's becoming increasingly clear, I think, with this specific instance, that like they can't do that. They fundamentally cannot do it. Like if you're not on Twitter, like you're not going to get harassed. Like if you're if you're a normal company, like like you're not there are no real serious repercussions for like getting canceled on Twitter. Not really. It's going to be like it's going to increasingly be seen as this thing that has no real impact on your life, because like more and more people are going to realize that like Twitter people, cancel culture is like completely fucking retarded, and they typically don't have the they don't do their due research. They don't do their due diligence. They just kind of like jump to conclusions and make radical claims as to like what should be done about any given situation. Like Twitter is like the cesspool of the internet right now. And we'll have to see if like that continues in the future. Like Elon Musk claims he's like going to fire like 7,500 like Twitter employees. Honestly, he should fire like 100% of them and shut down the entire company. But honestly, like Twitter has just been like a disaster for the internet community as a whole. I just hate the culture there. I hate the user base. I hate the things they do. I hate like everything about them. Like I willingly sacrificed like an account that had like 3,000 like several thousand followers, promoting my books just because I could, like just because it wouldn't impact me at all. And I don't miss that account. I don't care about what people on Twitter are doing. And that's kind of my takeaway from this is that like I do think that I'm not alone on that. I think a lot of people see boycotts from Twitter or like organized by game journalists and say immediately that like, oh, I liked the last game in that series. I am going to pre-order it, buy it, just to dab on these people, just to shit all over them, because I hate them that much. I think the establishment does not quite grasp just how much the common man hates them.